Welcome to Grit, the Power of Passion and Perseverance book application class at Fresno Pacific University. My name is Dr. Jim Ave, and I am the teacher for this class, and I want to welcome you to our time together. If you haven't already done so, please download the syllabus in the class. Won't go over it too much, but just want to make sure that you have access to the syllabus. The purpose of this presentation is just to provide a quick overview of our class. I'd like to start our class with a Bible verse. This is from the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verses 1 through 3. This is from the English Standard Version. The author wrote, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and that sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinners, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart." I think at the heart of the grit theory that Dr. Duckworth discusses in her book is what the writer of the book of Hebrews is really saying in these three verses, is that Jesus had passion and he had the perseverance to do what God had asked him to do, which is die for our sins, live a perfect life, die for our sins, and now he is sitting at the right hand at the throne of God. So I think that is one thing that we can take away from our book that we're going to discuss in our class, which is the book that's on your screen here by Dr. Angela Duckworth. I really enjoyed reading this book, and I hope you all also enjoy this book. So let's look at our goals or our learning objectives for our class. You're going to be able to summarize the grit theory and determine your own grit score and the characteristics that make up the grit theory according to Dr. Duckworth. Then you will be able to evaluate what are your top level goal or goals that guide your life. You'll see that Dr. Duckworth talks about this. Really, one of the things about this book is she did research on those individuals who are high achievers. And one of the things that she learned in her research is that pretty much all the high achievers had some kind of top level goal that drives their life. So you're gonna talk about that in an assignment in this class. Actually, several assignments in this class. You also develop a detailed plan for I have a hard time saying that word. Applying the principles of grit strategies throughout the course. How can you actually apply the grit theories, the grit principles? As a teacher, if you're a teacher, or other areas, because you may not necessarily teach, but in your personal and your professional life, we're going to go through that in detail. Various ways for you to apply the grit principle, either for yourself or for your kids or your students in your classes. And if you're taking the 2-unit version of this course, you actually will develop a lesson and you'll teach it to others about how they can apply the grit theory and principles in their life. So our course format is that this class is either a 1 or 2 unit class. If you are enrolled in a 1 unit class, you need to complete modules 1 through 3. Now, at the very beginning of this class, you say, yeah, I think I want to do this as a 2 unit. You need to go back and contact the CPD office and say, hey, I want to switch to a 2 unit class. I just started the class and I really think I want to go to a 2 unit class. You got to do that now. You can't do it later. You have to do it before you get too involved in a course. The 2-unit course, you complete modules 1 through 4, so we add one more module to the class. And you can see if you look through the class in Moodle the differences between modules 1 through 3 and one in the 4th module. The 4th module is more personal application of the concepts in the through the book. So what we'll do is you'll see that in each module, especially modules 1 through 3, you'll read specific chapters. Try to break those up by the concepts that she has in her book, Dr. Duckworth has in her book, and then you'll do specific assignments and forms based on the concepts from those various chapters. Again, my thought is, okay, what's the theory, and then how can you apply this to your professional life or in your personal life? You'll have the freedom to choose one or the other. So for every chapter, you're going to do some kind of application of the material from the book. And how can you be successful in this class? First thing is, hopefully you took this class because you want to learn about the grit theory. So you had that desire to want to learn and to apply some of the grit theory, have some of that passion, and persevere through this class. I mean, being a college student in any format, if that's your undergraduate or even in a continuing ed course like this, you have to have that grit to follow through and to complete any course that you're going to take. So hopefully you're taking this class because this looked interesting to you and you wanted to learn the material. So continue to have that passion for learning this material. And if you're really not too sure what I want, please ask. You'll see on the inside both Moodle and in the syllabus, I have provided you my phone number and my email address. I would suggest that you start with my email. Start there first. Again, I'm pretty much on my computer a lot, and so I'll probably get back to you as quick as possible. We usually within a day or two and answer your question. And if I can't answer the question that way to your satisfaction, maybe we need to set up a time that we can get on the phone and talk through that. I try to be detailed in my assignment directions, but if you're still not sure, please ask. That's what I'm here to do, is help you through this class. And lastly, please enjoy the class. I think this book, I really enjoyed learning about this grit theory. I think you will too, and hopefully you can apply this material to your own life and your kids' life, your family life, your work life. I think Dr. Duckworth has some really good information for us to have. So I hope you enjoy this class and our time together.